Okay, we like rigid head flashing. Now, rigid head flashing can come as a metal product or it can come as a vinyl product. This happens to be vinyl. Now then, we're going to show you how to correctly apply rigid head flashing if that's what your details call for. We like it. We think it should be installed. Do you have to install it? No. You can have a good installation on a single window like this without it, but we think it's a very good move to have it. If you have mulled windows, two windows mulled side by side, we believe you have to have this product. But in any event, here's how to correctly apply rigid head flashing. All right, now we've cut our rigid head flashing so it's the same dimension as the window. Now we believe this is the right way to do it because we're going to set our rigid head flashing into wet sealant. If you're not going to set yours in wet sealant, we think it's a bad idea, but if you're not going to, then you might cut it long and crimp it downwards. But since we're setting ours in wet sealant, we don't think you need to cut it long and crimp downwards. The first step is to apply sealant on top of the window like this. This prevents water from getting under our head flashing and moving laterally. Then we need to make sure that there's wet sealant on the wall. Now if you're doing this at the exact same time as your window, you've already got wet sealant on the wall. But in the case where the sealant may have set up, put some more sealant on the wall just like this. Now when we press our rigid head flashing in place, you'll see it squeeze out nicely, and any fasteners that we use will travel through the wet sealant. This is the right way to apply a rigid head flashing. Notice that we've done it before the top flashing and before the house wrap is layered downward. Now let's butter our side sealant. We always tool sealant. We never leave sealant untooled. Okay, now then, we've got plenty of sealant. We've got our rigid head flashing in. It's time to apply our top flashing, which will be straight flash again, and then we're going to layer our house wrap product down on top of everything and tape it off. Now notice what they've done is they've cut their top flashing a little long so that it extends 1 inch beyond the side flashing on each side. The top flashing is cut to the rough opening plus the dimension of the flashing plus 2 inches so that you have about 1 inch beyond on each side. Now we like straight flash across the top of this for a bunch of reasons, but not the least of which is that straight flash is a butyl-based product and it has no chemical incompatibilities with certainly its own brand of sealant, a DuPont brand of sealant, or to my knowledge any other brands of sealant. But it's just a terrific product to use across the top of this window. Our house wrap product is still held up. It'll be pulled down in just a moment. Our side flashing is nicely applied. Everything is buttered. This installation cannot leak. Okay, let's pull our home wrap down. You can see that the correct application for house wrap on the top of the window is to be pulled down after the flashing and sealant efforts are completed. This looks really nice. Now, as a final step, we're going to tape this 45-degree seam, and we're going to use the tape that was designed for this, which is Tyvek tape. Now, if you wanted to use an SAF product, a little bit of straight flash or something else, that's fine, but this Tyvek tape was designed for this application. I would suggest to you that this is a bulletproof window installation. Our seams are taped. Tyvek is pulled down nicely on top of a correctly flashed window. This is all in what's called waterboard fashion. All right, to the inside of our window, we have a condition where the window is sitting on the level framing sill, so there's not a lot of room below the window. You may have a situation where you've shimmed it up, giving yourself more space below the window. Or you may have a sloped sill in the case of a single or double hung. If you have space below the window, you're going to use an expansion foam below the window. We like this Sudol foam. It's Sudol D&W foam. This is an excellent product. This foam has adhesive characteristics that are just unbelievable. It also does a great job of keeping water outboard of the window, stopping water from getting inside. So I'm going to show you how we'll use that right now. Since this window sits flush on the sill, we're not going to apply it below this window, but we are going to apply it up the sides and the top. And we're using a high quality sealant. The folks at DuPont make one, or there's other brands as well. This is just a high quality polyurethane sealant. We're going to take this across the bottom of the window and we're going to tool it in place. Now again, if this window sat up, if this were a sloped sill product, or if we had shims underneath this window and we had more room, we'd use the expansion foam under the window as well. But we don't, so we're using sealant. Hey everybody, Gene here. Here's your Synergy video code for this video. It's 4001, 4001. You're going to want to write that down. It will be on your final exam. Thanks.